impact upon devils, upon sorcerers, and upon a lot of illnesses that may a person acquire. And it repels evil away from you. So if you recite it when you are sick and you need healing, it's one of the great sources of healing from evil eye, from envy, from jinn possession, from black magic, etc. It's part of the ruqyah that when you do it, inshallah Azza wa Jal, Allah will protect you accordingly.
Ayatul Kursi. And this grand ayah of the Quran, Sayyidu Ayatul Quran, Sayyidatu Ayatul Quran, the grand leader, the chief ayah of the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal describes some of His most fundamental qualities and how awesome He is, how magnificent He is, that there's no one worthy of worship or obedience in any way, shape or form except He is. Now you have to understand, Surah Al-Baqarah is a Makki surah, or Madani surah rather. The Prophet ﷺ already moved to Medina, and the Muslims, some of them have been Muslim from the very beginning, and some of them relatively new, but all of them understand the basics of Islam. And the most basic teaching of Islam is La ilaha illallah, right? It's the most basic teaching of Islam. And this far into the message of Islam, Allah chooses to reveal an ayah that goes back to the basics. This far in. This is should be like early Makkan Quran. You should be learning about La ilaha illallah. But Allahu La ilaha illahu comes, and these kinds of ayat come in Madani Quran. You know why? Because they're not just information, they're reminder. Because somebody could say La ilaha illallah and be a Muslim, but they're not conscious of what that really means. And so especially in the Madani Quran, when we hear ayat about Iman, when we hear ayat about Tawheed, they're actually a reminder to the Muslims that they need to refresh their Iman.
Brothers and sisters, read Ayatul Kursi in the morning thrice. Read Ayatul Kursi in the evening after Salatul Maghrib thrice. Try to read it once after every Salah. It is important because we would all like to be protected from the devil, from the evil eye, from shaitan, from so many other things that affect mankind that we cannot see. In fact, to add to that, the last two surahs of the Quran known as Al-Falaq and An-Nas. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ. I'm sure we would know that surah off by heart. If we don't, we should do something about it. Learn its meaning and read it and repeat it. At least thrice in the morning, thrice in the evening. The same applies to the next surah. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. Seeking protection from Allah subhanahu, or in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from shaitan, from the devil, and from various other aspects of evil. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guiding us. He tells us, my brothers and sisters, it's important for us to realize the gift of Allah in order to save yourself from calamity, from disaster, from that which the devil whispers into your ears, from the evil eye, from magic, from so many other superstitious items. Read Ayatul Kursi. It's definitely a gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.